Yeah, just want to make you listen to bird life, singing out. So we're at the, where are we? We're at the 2nd of April 2022 and Saturday, and just out at the Witter Cemetery. Just come out to pay my respects to Jane. I've done some work for a mum and a sister through the week, Jade and I did, and they were saying they got the little plaque on, and they've got the rock. So I'd say this here, looking at it here, is obviously someone's going to go in with Jane, and my hunch would be probably Mrs. Denver. So Jane Helen Denver, 20th of 663 to 24th of 9th 21. So we're looking at 6 months since Jane's passed. Much loved daughter, mother and sister. Burn fiercely, burn bright, her torch passed on. Well, that sums Jane up in a T. She did burn fiercely, she was full on. She burned very bright, and yeah, her torch passed on. That it did. Oh look, what can I say about Jane? You know, I'm just going to tidy that little bit up. That's the Gail and that have been here. They said they've been here. They come in most weeks because I could see clearly. I was talking to Mrs. Denver the other day, and of course you'd be missing your first child to pass and the youngest one too. Now Jane was one of those girls that was, I've done a quick story on it, but I'm just going to do another real quick one on her. Absolute joy to be around at school. She was pretty full on, always playing tricks on us, noisy, give the teachers a bit of curry. Used to give their headmaster at the time, Don McLaughlin, Mr. McLaughlin, since he went to be a headmaster at Cloundra. And believe it or not, Jade, that works with me sometimes, that works for me when I hire her, used to, he was her headmaster, and she couldn't believe that she's just turned 40 and I'm 59 and we had the same headmaster. I said, see Jade, I'm not that old, am I? But anyhow, Jane used to keep him on his toes, and look, she was just fun, one of them fun people to be around. Couldn't say anything more about Jane. And at a funeral, Gary Sinclair, myself, we were there, and a few other people, only knew probably half a dozen other people, apart from the Denver family. And so sort of Jane went overseas, travelled, and I think she was up north for a good while. She was always around doing stuff. Really, she was one of those people who's just gifted at good actor and that. Like she used to write plays and that sort of stuff. She was just a full-on, highly intelligent, and just didn't seem to have a care in the world. But absolutely adored 2 children. But look, I'm not going to say too much more about Jane, but you know, this is probably my first schoolmate that's passed that's actually affected me. I've had other mates pass, but Jane, I just, you know, I don't know, she was just good to be around. She was always the same, and I really couldn't, yeah, it's the first one that I actually had an anxiety attack the day before the funeral, the night before the funeral, just thinking about it. But I'm going to leave it at that, and this is probably where, hopefully, maybe if we can afford it, this will be my resting place, Carl's resting place. Goes off down here. I'd sort of like to be buried up in and around here somewhere. There's still a few spots, but I don't plan on passing the whole going arse up for a good while yet. So might be full by the time I come to go around it. But it is really sad when you get around here and you, like I know a lot of the people, but a lot of the people that I know that have been in here they had a decent life. But you look at this lady here, I remember seeing this here, and like, look at her, born in 1982. She's younger than my son and died in 2016. Much loved child, David and Sue, mother and wife. Like, oh God, And then you get little kids, even worse. There's that many people I know in here. I can picture their faces. I'll just quickly show you a couple of other mates. You had seen me talk about Brad Cork. His dad used to work for my dad, and they worked in the timber together before he was working for my dad. I was out here the other day because I thought that plaque was on. So there you go. There's his brother Peter. He used to work with us in the meatworks. I knew all these from when I first could remember. Peter was much older. He was 57 model. Brad and I 62 models. Brad 16th of the 9th 62. Mark and I 23rd 12th 62. Poor old Brad. He took his own life, and Peter was killed in a car accident, Little Mountain at Caloundra. He was a biker and killed in a bloody car. And quickly walking around here, Edgar John Cranny. Now he died at 53 years of age. He used to have the toy shop in Maloney called Cranny's Toy Shop, and you could buy slugs and you could buy 22 bullets and all that sort of stuff. And he died at 53. So he's what's that? He's 6 years younger than I am now, and I thought he was a very old man when he died. What have I got down here? Won't get into people that I might think might get stirry about it. This is a new one. Have a look at this. It's just a picture on there. I don't know that. Oh no, that's a fixture. It'll be interesting to see how that goes in the sun. And the tallest, there's the tallest gravestone from another angle. And that's Mitchell Aboriginal, which I've done stories on. I'll zoom that back out. There on the left, highest one you can see. There's a good little story on Mitchell. But look, I'm going to leave it at that. The birds are singing. It's a beautiful day to be alive. What can you say? I could walk around here for hours naming people off that I know. There's the Nealons. There's Bruce Nealon, absolute giant of a man. My uncle was real good friends with Bruce. The Nealons are a pioneering family up here. Died at 36 years of age from an asthma attack, truck driver. And all their family were into trucks for years. They had triplets in the family. Richard Nealon, see that? There's a Mack there by the look of it. With a triaxle trailer on it, buggy drive Mack. They're all truck drivers, they were. So number 347, number 400 with us. So I remember this fella here too, Toby Nealon. And don't know, it's got the number on Bruce's. But anyhow, I'm going to leave it at that. No, it doesn't look like it. Unless it's up here. Oh, yeah. Oh, gee. 170 are the new numbers. No, sorry. Yeah, 170. Yeah, but he was a good mate of my uncle's. Died young. Died very young. I'm going to leave that. It's an 8 minute 42-second video. I could walk around here for hours talking about this. No one would probably want to watch it because a lot of people don't find cemeteries interesting, but I do. My grandfather's over there, which you've seen before in that. And I'd say he's been an Indigenous lad. We've seen this the other time we were here. Won't put his name up, but he's been in the army. He's born in 87, so who knows what happened to this poor beggar. He's a corporal. And there's all Indigenous paintings, and it shows all of it. Looks like all the years of his life. And I'm not going to show his name because I don't want to. And that's terrible. 8/9 RAR. Very young to die. Oh, it's terrible. I'm going to leave it at that. My mate's partner's over there. Won't go over there today. 10 minutes that is. She's just over there. Swanamic out. I might actually go and pay me respects. But I won't put it up. Swanamic out. My mate doesn't like any of this sort of stuff. Swanamic out.